Hello! So this week I am very excited to show you our next project. We are going to be talking about shadows, silhouettes, and shape. So this is one that I just did. And how we do this, it's very abstract. The results are abstract, which makes it kind of cool. So what you will need for this is paper. This is a big piece of paper. You can use small piece of paper if you have that. You will need paper. You will need watercolors if you have it. If you don't, you can use markers and do the hack that I showed you last week. A Sharpie, as well as an item. So, how I did this piece was I used this plant. I'm going to bring you down to show you. So, how this happened was I had my plant sit right here. And if it's a super sunny day, it works really well. Today is not so sunny, so I have a lamp that I can turn on, and you can see the shadow lines. I moved it since, but we are going to, on our white paper, you'll be able to see better, we are going to trace our shadow, the silhouette of our object. Since this one I did the plant, I'm going to do something else. You could do a plant, you could do pretty much anything you like. There we go. That looks cool. Okay. It could be a toy, it could be just something that has an interesting shape. You could try out a couple different things. But this is how we start. So you want to make sure you don't move your item. If you do, it could move it and then it'll be a little bit tricky. So you could start off with a pencil and you are going to trace the shadow lines as you see them. Or, well, I'm going to show you the Sharpie. You could go straight to Sharpie because this is so abstract. If you mess up, you wouldn't notice. So, we're going to start. We're going to find our shadow shapes. And draw them. So there's faint lines that we are trying to copy. And in shadows, so most of the time when we think about shadows, or if they're in like cartoons, we just see a black shape. But the thing about shadows is they make rings. They like kind of echo. So this is the main shadow, but as you can see, let's see right here, there's another ring of shadow, another ring. And that makes a shadow look real. That shows the light passing through. I'm going fast. Take your time with this. The more detailed you are, the cooler your results. Okay, so there I have my fastly drawn shadow. It looks pretty cool and abstract. The next step is to do the color. And you can do watercolors. Here I have my traveling watercolor set. The Crayola plastic container of watercolors, perfect. You can also use the markers and do that hack that we did last week, where you draw on the aluminum foil and then paint with it. So you can pick whatever color you want. You can pick all the colors, make it a rainbow. That is all up to you. But you are painting the part that was not a shadow. So the part that's supposed to be, that the paper was white, you're painting over. You can make it an ombre. Really up to you. Mix some colors. You'll be able to get a very similar result with the markers. So if you don't have watercolor, that is okay. All right. After you have your background done, you can leave the inside white, or you could paint it black or dark gray. You can leave, remember that part that is that black line, you could have that the darkest, and then layer it out to be lighter gray and lighter gray. That is up to you. I'm excited to see what you do. Take your time. These can look really, really cool. I hope you enjoy it. If you don't have the materials, you can always do something else creative this week as the project, okay? Thank you.